Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CLSR. And I'm your host, the counselor. And today we're going to talk about lucid dreams. You ever get in the middle of a dream and then you realize that you're dreaming and that it's really not real? So then you either wake up out of it, snap out of it, or you continue dreaming, realizing that the dreams and thoughts that you are having are only imaginary. Well, this is really lucid dreams. And when it comes to lucid dreams, we need to understand dream lucidity is the awareness that you are dreaming. And this awareness can range from a faint recognition of the fact to a momentous broadening of perspective. Lucid dreams usually occur while a person is in the middle of a normal dream and suddenly they realize that they are dreaming, right? And this is really a dream initiated lucid dream. A wake initiated lucid dream occurs when you go from a normal waking state directly into a dream state with no apparent lapse in consciousness. In either case, though, the dreams tend to be more bizarre and emotional than regular dreams. But what I find most important is that you will have at least some ability to control your dream self and the surrounding dream. Now, there are techniques that you could use for this awareness of a dream. And matter of fact, I highly recommend that you keep a dream journal. Keep it close to you by your bed at night and write down your dream immediately after waking or the emotions and sensations you experience right when you wake up. See, this will train you to remember more of your dreams, which is important for lucid dreaming. Also, there's not much point in controlling your dreams if you forget the experience before the morning. Alternatively, keep a recording device by your bed. You might remember more of your dreams if you stay still for a few minutes and concentrate on the memory before you start writing. It's normal if you don't remember your dreams right away. However, I want you to use some reality checks frequently. Every few hours during the dream, ask yourself, am I dreaming? And perform things such as looking around for a familiar object you recognize to see if it's in the correct place. With enough practice, you'll start to follow the habit in your dreams as well, cluing you into the fact that you're dreaming. Try pinching your nose, close your mouth, and test whether you can still breathe. Simply look at your hands and feet. These are often distorted in dreams when you inspect them closely. And read a page of text or the time on the clock. Look away, then look back again. In dreams, the text or time will be blurry or nonsensical, or will be different each time you look. Attempt to push your index finger straight through the opposite palm. Really expect it to go through, asking yourself whether you're dreaming or not, both before and after attempting this. See, during a dream, your finger would pass straight through your opposite palm, and asking yourself the question twice will increase your chances of realizing that this is not normal at all. And I want you to repeat, I will be aware that I am dreaming. Every time you fall asleep, I want you to do that. Repeat this. I will be aware that I'm dreaming. Each night as you fall asleep, repeat to yourself this or something sort of similar until you drift out of consciousness. This technique is known as mnemonic induction to lucid dreaming, or mild. Mnemonic induction just means using memory aids, or in this case, using a rote phrase to turn the awareness of your dreaming into an automatic habit. See, some people like to combine this step with a reality check by staring at their hands for a few moments before they actually get to sleep. Learn to recognize your personal dream signs. See, this journal that I talked about earlier, I want you to read through your journal regularly and look for recurring dream signs. And these are recurring situations or events that you may notice in your dreams. Become familiar with these, and you may recognize them while you dream, and therefore notice that you're dreaming. You probably know some of these already. Common dream events include losing your teeth, being chased by something large, or going into public without clothes on, right? Try to drift back to sleep when awakened from a dream. When you wake up and remember your dream, write it down in your dream journal. Then close your eyes and focus on the dream. Imagine that you were in the dream, notice the dream sign or reality check, and realized it was a dream. Hold on to this thought as you drift back to sleep, and you may enter a lucid dream. Note that most lucid dreams occur when the person is fully asleep, usually because they notice a bizarre event and realize they're in a dream. This is just an alternate trigger that starts off about a quarter of the time of lucid dreams. Consider purchasing a light alarm. I really recommend that some people go online and purchase a light based instead of a sound based alarm, or even a specialized dream light designed to induce lucid dreaming. Set it for 5, 6, or 7 hours after you fall asleep, or set it to go off every hour if possible. While sound, touch, or other stimuli during REM, which is the rapid eye movement sleep, can also make a dreamer aware of the fact they're dreaming. There are studies out there that show you that clues can be most effective. See, you don't want to actually wake yourself up unless you try to wake back up instead in your bed. That's a method. But keep the light alarm more than arm's reach away from your bed and cover it with a sheet to dim the light, right? Use the fake back to bed signal. Know when lucid dreams most commonly occur. Lucid dreams and vivid dreams in general almost always occur during REM sleep. The first REM phase typically occurs 90 minutes after you first fall asleep, with additional phases every 90 minutes afterwards. See, the goal of this is to wake up during REM phase, then fall back asleep and continue the dream aware that you are dreaming. So you won't be able to time your phases exactly unless you visit a sleep lab or have a very dedicated night owl watching you. Your eyelids will move and they will notice. It's best to encourage your body to get more REM sleep, if at all possible. There are many ways to increase the amount of REM sleep you get. One of the most effective ways that causes REM sleep to appear at regular times is to stick to a daily sleep schedule and to sleep long enough that you wake up well rested. See, it can be difficult to balance with other suggestions. However, if it interrupts your sleep in the middle of the night and you are having trouble falling asleep, try a different method. Wake up in the middle of the night by setting an alarm to go off either 4, 5, 6, or 7 hours after the time you fall asleep. You're more likely to be in REM sleep during these times. The 6 or 7 hour times are the most likely to work because later REM phases last longer and are more likely to contain vivid or lucid dreams. Stay awake for a while. Write down your dream if you were having one. Make yourself a snack or get up and walk around for a while. Your goal is to get your conscious mind active and alert while your body is still full of sleep hormones, right? And they could be really between 30 and 60 minutes. That's the highest chance of having a lucid dream when your hormones, your sleep hormones, are at their highest. That's a 30 to 60-minute window. So I want you to concentrate on the dream and fall asleep again. Close your eyes and fall asleep. And if you remember the dream you were having, recall it and fall back asleep. Imagine yourself continuing the dream. Even if this takes quite a while to happen, you've got a decent chance at a lucid dream. Now, I want you to try additional concentration techniques. See, if your mind wanders while trying to catch the dream, or if you don't remember the dream at all, instead try focusing on the movement of your fingers. Use a pattern of small movements, such as an index finger up, a middle finger down, a middle finger up, or an index finger down. I want you to repeat this rhythmic movement until you fall asleep. As well, I find meditation is very good. Meditate. Before going to sleep, meditate in a quiet, dark room. Taking a meditation training course may give you better results. But to start out, just pay attention to your breathing or imagine ascending or descending stairs. The goal is to stop thinking and enter a quiet, comfortable state, and from there slip into a lucid dream. Keep in mind that wake induced lucid dreams are rare and more difficult than dreams that become lucid after you're already asleep. There are many meditation guide videos online specifically designed to help you lucid dream. Prolonged lucid dream starts to fade through time. One common experience among first time lucid dreamers is waking up due to the excitement of having a lucid dream. Usually you'll get some warning beforehand as the dream feels unstable or you begin to notice sensations from the real world. These techniques can help you keep lucid dreams going. And I strongly recommend that one is to spin your dream body around or fall backwards. Some people report that this helps, although the reason is unknown how this helps. In the dream, rub your hands together. This can distract you from the sensations of your actual body. Or continue doing whatever you were doing before the dream became unstable. Asserting that you are still in the dream, this is much less effective than the techniques that I've mentioned before. I want you to listen to binaural beats. If you send a different sound frequency to each ear, your brain will interpret the two sound waves overlapping pattern as an audio beat, even though no beat is included in the sound. This definitely changes the brain's electrical activity, but so far, according to scientists, they're unsure whether this can actually stimulate lucid dreams. There are many websites out there with collections of binaural beats, so it's easy to try it out if you can sleep with earbuds in. Most would be lucid dreamers who use beats that mimic theta brain waves, which occur in REM sleep, but some swear by gamma or alpha beats instead, or a progression through several types of beats. Binaural beats can come with soothing background music or just the beat itself. And I would recommend playing a video game. Gamers report a much higher rate of lucid dreaming than the general population. While more studies need to be done, it's possible even a couple hours a week could increase your chances of a lucid dream. The type of gaming play does not appear to make any difference at all. So I would recommend that if you're really into wanting to get or have lucid dreams, consider taking galantamine. And galantamine is a drug synthesized from the snowdrop plant, maybe the most effective drug for inducing lucid dreaming. Take 4 to 8 milligrams in the middle of the night for best results. Taking it before bed can worsen sleep quality and cause unpleasant dreams. Due to this possibility and the unpleasant side effects, you have to remember that you need to make sure you consult a physician. The counselor is not recommending any drugs for you unless you consult a physician. This is my disclaimer here. I'm not saying take any drugs. Whenever you are trying any technique that involves medication, you have to consult a licensed physician. And I do mean that. Talk to a doctor first if you have any medical issues. Galantamine can worsen existing conditions such as asthma or heart problems. The drug also increases the chance of sleep paralysis, a harmless but often terrifying experience of being awake for several minutes without being able to move your muscles. So be careful with that. All right? Consider the occasional vitamin B supplement. Vitamin B5 or B6 supplements can increase dream vividness, weirdness, and emotional intensity, which can lead to lucid dreaming. However, you may need to take a dose of 100 milligrams for this effect to be noticeable. This dose is much higher than recommended for daily intake, and if you take it regularly over a long period of time, it can lead to unwanted side effects. Use this only for a special lucid dreaming occasion and at your own risk. Check with your doctor first if you are taking any medications or if you have a disorder involving bleeding, the stomach, the intestines, or the heart. The drug sometimes causes people to wake up in the night, so it may be counterproductive if you are a light sleeper. So we've talked about lucid dreaming, and I can't emphasize enough the importance of physician, communicating with your physician, getting a doctor's advice at all, thoroughly. You don't do anything, and we don't recommend anything unless you're working in conjunction with your physician, a well licensed physician who can actually discuss this with you. Okay, so if you're thinking about dreaming in lucid dreams, we've talked about some techniques that are quite useful. However, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move our thoughts towards influencing our dreams, which is important because we want to talk about the dreams that we actually want. Can we influence dreams that we want? Dreams can have a powerful effect on our waking lives. They reflect our hopes and fears about the future and even help us revisit our past. Whether you want to learn how to lucid dream, which is actively controlling and being aware of your dreams, or simply want to learn how to have more pleasant dreams. That's what we're going to be talking about because there are a number of things that you can do throughout the day before you go to bed to have dreams that you actually want. And for you to have more pleasant dreams, you're going to have a more relaxing bedtime routine. It's important to ease into sleep and to have a relaxation routine, such as drinking herbal tea or reading a book before you fall asleep so that your dreams are less likely to be scary or disturbing. Find whatever works best for helping you fall asleep and stick to the pattern you have developed. Try to push any stressful or painful thoughts from your mind as you ease into sleep. Avoid watching violent, scary, or otherwise stressful movies and television shows before going to bed, as these can cause nightmares. If you want a more restful sleep, turn off all visual stimuli at least a half hour to almost an hour before bed. This means no phone, no television, no computer, and nothing else that will make it harder for you to turn your mind off and to have more restful sleep. Go to bed earlier. There are studies out there that say, people who stay up later tend to have more unpleasant dreams than those who hit the sack earlier. If you want your dreams to be more pleasant, then try going to bed at least an hour earlier every night and see if that has a positive impact on your dreams, right? One potential explanation for this finding is that the stress hormone cortisol is released in the early morning, a time in which the night owls were likely in REM, which is the rapid eye movement, or dream sleep. Okay, control your diet. Nightmares can be triggered by a variety of things, including late night snacking, alcohol, caffeine, or cigarettes. If you have persistent nightmares, then consider cutting out these substances and don't eat for 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. This will give you enough time to digest your food and will lead to a more restful sleep. See, if you're serious about having deeper and more pleasant dreams, then you should avoid the caffeine after about noon. You may feel that you need the extra energy, but it'll make it harder for you to fall asleep. Though you may think that a glass of wine before bed will help you fall asleep, this will actually lead you to have less restful sleep. And if your sleep is less restful and you want to actually control your dreams, then this will make it harder to do. So avoid sugar close to bedtime as well. Sugar can overstimulate you and keep you awake. You know how many of you have those snacks, nighttime snacks? It's not good for you. And you got to tackle this stress. Oftentimes, negative dreams are a reflection of the stress or anxiety we are experiencing in our everyday lives. Try not to dwell on these things while you are lying in bed trying to fall asleep. Instead, take a moment to clear your head and think of positive things. The more you focus on having a less stressful outer life, the calmer your inner life in your dreams will be. Getting regular exercise can help you ease stress levels, have better dreams, and get you to sleep faster. Don't exercise too close to bedtime. However, this can help you a little bit, but remember, you're going to be pumping your body up. So there's going to be a lot of blood flowing through your brains. You're going to be hype a little bit. You want to be more relaxed. Put roses in your bedroom. And this is a science-based thing, right? They've conducted studies, right? So people who were exposed to the scent of roses throughout the night for at least 30 nights, they had more pleasant dreams. So when I say roses, I mean think of some scents that are more pleasant. It's believed that the scents elicit positive emotions, which in turn make dreams more pleasant. You can also use rose-scented oils, body lotions, or candles. Be sure to blow out the candles before going to sleep. However, you want to prevent fires. So make sure you're weary of that, because I'm not promoting lighting candles if it's going to be hazardous to your health. Now, you have to also acknowledge when you have environmental concerns when it comes to you getting some good rest. See, you don't want to just rush to bed, especially if you had some sort of argument or confrontation with your partners, or if you had some argument with your kids. You want to make sure that you are not just jumping in bed after that, because then your brain is wired. Right there, you're setting yourself up for unstable sleep where you're not going to be able to rest properly, or if you have a partner who's out of the house and you know you're going to be sitting up late and you know what I mean, worrying about them, you're going to have to try your best to resolve that issue before you go to sleep. Because, matter of fact, this is one of the many reasons why people do not get proper sleep. When they have too much on their mind, or some event or altercation has gotten in the way of some proper sleep. Now, there are some people who resort to some medication for sleep. Most likely it's going to be over the counter medication like Pure Sleep, Z-Quil, or Dream Water. Any of these things that are taking are generally harmless. However, remember, you're putting something into your body. And when you get your body used to this medication, when you stop taking it, it might be harder for you to fall asleep. So be mindful when you take these over the counter. Learn to do things to help you fall asleep pleasantly than just medication instantly. Sometimes we're too eager to get the quick fix when it comes to sleep. Now remember, the less you have on your mind prior to going to sleep, the less disturbances, the better your sleep will be. And remember, if you know that you have to deal with an issue, try your best to deal with it. You know, a lot of people just they get mad with their partners and they end up going to sleep. You don't want to do that. You try to resolve your issues if you can before going to sleep. You see, when it comes to dreaming, we have a lot of power. We have a lot of influence over our dreams if we apply it. I mean, if you're having upsetting nightmares, or if you want to dream about a particular topic, there are many ways that you can influence this. You can prepare yourself mentally. You can control your environment to dream it, right? If you take certain steps, you have to mentally prepare yourself. Think about what you want to dream about ahead of time. You can have a profound control over your dreams by mentally preparing before bed. If you want to dream about a certain person or topic, think about this before bed, and this can influence your dreams. A lot of people strive to problem solve in a dream. If you're unsure where to go with a project, you may want to use your dreams to seek out a solution. To do so, think of the problem before bed. Visualizing can be particularly helpful here, especially if the problem is not abstract. Now I'm going to interject here to think for some of you people out there. Remember when you have an issue on your mind, and then after you get some good sleep, just before you wake up, you actually awake and you have the resolution. You've solved that problem and you wonder, wow, man, I actually know what I'm going to do. I actually know what my next step is going to be. See, but that's because little did you know prior to going to sleep, you had influenced those thoughts, right? You actually were very specific. Okay, this is what's going on. How am I going to do it? Right? So then you started pondering before actually going to sleep. And believe it or not, your brain went to work when you were asleep. See, a lot of people think our brain is totally dormant, which is very untrue. But you got busy in your thoughts. And see, we don't take control of these thoughts. We just go with the flow. So, however, we have a lot of power when it comes to influencing our dreams and actually coming with some real solutions. And there's ways you can do that. Visualization can be very helpful, especially if the problem is not abstract. If it's a personal problem, imagine the person you're having issues with. If you're struggling with an artistic problem, I want you to visualize a blank canvas or picture a blank canvas or a blank page, right? And go from there. If you want to dream about a certain subject or person, visualize. If you're striving to dream of a deceased relative, try looking at pictures of that person before bed. If you want to dream about a place, look at pictures of that place before bed. Daydreaming is so wonderful, especially if you get control of it. See, a lot of us forget about the power that we have. The mind is the most powerful thing on earth. However, how we use it, a lot of us are just going through our day-to-day routines, but we don't understand the power that our mind has. And sometimes you have to train the brain, right? Daydream about the person, the place, the subject you wish to dream about as you fall asleep. This can help steer your dreams in the right direction. Remind yourself you want to influence your dream before bed. Verbally or mentally remind yourself you want to control your dreams. This is huge in helping you to influence your dream. Before getting to the bed, think or say to yourself, tonight, I want to realize I'm dreaming. I want to control my dreams. And make sure you get enough sleep. Get adequate amount of sleep each night. This is vital to controlling the direction of your dreams. The stage of sleep known as REM is where you tend to have the most dreams. Sleep deprivation results in a lower portion of REM sleep. Strive for the 8 or 9 hours of sleep each night. This increases your ability to influence your dreams. And if you can sleep 10 hours, beautiful, right? Just think about this app. Apps available for smartphones can be used to help you influence your dreams. If you're struggling to control your dreams on your own, consider investing in a smartphone app. Yes, it's technology. It can do it. The apps work by giving you a choice, a variety of soundscapes. Options include things like peaceful garden, space shuttle, or a trip to Tokyo. Sounds usually start playing early in the morning when you're most likely to be experiencing REM sleep. Some apps even detect your movement at sleep and begin to play your chosen sounds when you stop moving around as your body becomes still during REM sleep. There are some apps that have voiceovers that remind you that you are sleeping. They encourage you to take control of your dreams, which can lead to lucid dreaming. Remember, not all apps affect everyone the same. Even if you use the app correctly, you may not be able to influence your dreams effectively. So nothing is 100%. But I'm telling you, it works for certain people. There are controlling factors involved. Try to control sounds and smells when you're sleeping. Right? This does help. We've talked about this before. Right? Your dreams may take on certain themes of a film, for example. Try to control your sleep environment as much as possible to influence your dreams as you choose. Avoid unwanted background noise. This might mean that you have to turn on a machine like a white noise machine. If you want peaceful dreams, consider playing soft, soothing music, or gentle sounds in the background. Smells can have the effect. Remember, we talked about the roses, right? It's holiday time. Maybe you might want to dream of childhood Christmases with your family. Get some music that reminds you of those years. Go back in time. Some of that old school jam, right? Those things bring back memories and feelings. You'd be surprised. You know, Smell is very heavily linked to memory. If you're striving to dream of a certain person, dabbing some of the perfume or cologne they wore in life on your wrist before bed can really help bring that thought to reality, your dream reality. There are things that you need to keep in mind when sleeping. Know that sleeping on your stomach can affect dreams. If you frequently sleep on your stomach, understand that this can affect your dreams. As your breathing may become short, you may more likely to have sexually charged dreams. If you do not wish to have an erotic dream, avoid sleeping on your stomach. Use cheese. Certain cheeses can affect dreams. If you eat cheese, you can use cheese to your advantage when it comes to influencing dreams. There are studies out there that showed some correlation between cheese and dream types with a variety of participants. Like blue cheese, for example, tended to result in bizarre dreams. Cheddar cheese resulted in people dreaming of celebrities. If you use cheese to alter your dreams, I want you to be very cautious because cheese can sometimes cause indigestion, resulting in sleeplessness. If you choose to eat cheese before bed, consume a very small amount. Learn how your moods can affect your dreams. Your mood can have a profound effect on your dreams. If you are sad or depressed, the colors in your dreams may be muted or subtle. If you go to bed anxious, you might dream of disasters like tornadoes and floods. Your state of mind prior to sleeping has a very big impact on your level of sleep that you are looking for. Very big influence of your state of mind prior to going to sleep. Well, I'd say thank you to my listeners and be like the wise old bird and spread the word. Sleep and dreaming are some of the most pleasant times in your life. You can control some of your sleep habits. We can influence our dreams. Take care, people.